Hey guys, it's Meredith with Pop Vintage and Home. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you some of the things I've been working on over the past, over the past week or so. I have been making, as you can see, lots and lots of journaling cards as part of the Ready, Set, Stash collaboration hosted by Meg at Chasing Retro. I was at an estate sale, let's see, I can't remember if it was a week ago this past weekend or if it was 2 weeks ago. I think it was just a little over a week ago. But I was at an amazing estate sale. I actually have 2 hauls listed on my channel from this estate sale. So if you haven't checked them out, check them out. I still have to do one more haul video. But anyway, at that estate sale, I got a bunch of vintage magazines, Vintage Life magazines and Vintage Better Homes and Gardens magazines, mostly from the 1950s, but also some from the 1960s. So I have been harvesting a lot of wonderful advertising images from those magazines and making a lot of really fun journaling cards out of them. So I am going to show them to you today, starting with this one from the top. This was an ad for a refrigerator, probably a GE refrigerator, and it's showing the horrible condition your frozen items get in with refrigerators and freezers from competing manufacturers. All of that terrible frost buildup you get, that terrible freezer burn that you get that causes all of your food to go to waste. So that's kind of the before picture, but I loved the bright primary colors in the image, the turquoise blue, the red, and the yellow. And so I just inked around the edge of the image and then inked around, I just used a plain turquoise blue cardstock and inked around the edge and rounded the corners. This shows you what you get when you use a GE freezer. Just everything looking perfect, not a trace of frost. So I did this one with right-angled corners, pointed corners, and I guess I haven't inked around the edge of this one yet, so I'll have to do that. As you can see, this started out as an ad for flatware, all of the beautiful patterns. It was a black and white ad, and I tried it out on the back of several different kinds of cardstock from a paper pad, and I ended up with this gray damask pattern. I really thought that looked the best. And then I just used my new old corner punch I got a couple of weeks ago at a townwide tag sale to embellish the corners, and they just reminded me of what the flatware looked like. In the back of the cardstock, again, this came from a paper pad, and it just has a print on the back that's from an agent. And I apologize if you can hear my son and husband talking in the next room. This was an ad for dishwashing detergent. Let me adjust my camera. Let me raise it up because this is a big one. I just loved the spoon rest. How fun is that? And it really stands out from the flatware and the glasses. I just thought it was so fun. And just such a fun image. And I can't wait to use this one in a vintage recipe or cooking or kitchen journal. This one I put on this French blue cardstock with the polka dots. This came from a paper pad. And on the back of this paper is this pretty floral and music print. This came from an ad for a light, as you can see, from Honeywell, and I loved the leaf pattern in the ad, and so I chose this cardstock with the leaf and flower print on it. This is, the cardstock itself is kind of a yellowish background with a green print on it. And I just liked the way the pattern on the cardstock echoed the pattern in the advertisement. This came from a paper pad, and on the back it's botanical drawings. This is a fun one. This was a little ad. Oh my goodness, now my dog is drinking. I'll just pause while he takes his drink. There he goes. This was an ad for Hormonex Beauty Serum for younger looking skin. I cannot think of a more, or rather a less appealing name for a beauty serum than Hormonex, but I guess that was marketing back in the late 1950s. So I made a tiny little tag out of it, and I loved this candy stripe print because it's a feminine product. I embellished the corners with my paper punch, and I added a little lace bias tape tag here that I just stapled. And on the back, it's a floral print, and I covered up the back of the staple with some of my homemade washi tape. This I will definitely be putting in my next personal journal. I am probably in the market for a beauty serum. Here's another really fun one. This is going to be a tag. I am eventually gonna punch it, but it was an ad for satin bed sheets. And look at the comely lass, just showing how inviting those satin bed sheets are. So I put a little bit of lace trim on the bottom to look like a little bed skirt, or maybe the hem of the negligee she's wearing. Just really fun. I can see putting this in a Valentine's Day journal if I do another Valentine's journal next February. And on the back, it's another floral print. This particular paper pad I got from Walmart recently. It's a great pad, lots of beautiful papers. I would highly recommend it, and right at Walmart, and the price was right. This is a fun one, an ad for making gimlets. Holland House Gimlet Mix, retailed back in the day for 89 cents. Gimlets, I think they have olives in them, so I chose a green cardstock for the back to blend in with the olives you would put in your gimlet. And I added this pretty ribbon as a tag at the top. I inked the edge of the ad, and I inked the edge of the cardstock. On the back, the cardstock had an image on the back, so I took a manila folder and cut it to size, or tried to, and just glued it in the back so that it would leave a blank spot for journaling. So there's our little gimlet tag. In keeping with some of the activities on Ready, Set, Stash for September, one of the activities had to do with making ephemera out of wallpaper. And at that same estate sale where I got all of these wonderful vintage magazines, I also picked up several rolls of vintage wallpaper. So I was able to make some really fun ephemera with the wallpaper. This is one of the rolls of vintage wallpaper. It's this beautiful lime green damask print. It's on kind of a shimmery white or off-white background. And I put some of my fabric washi tape on the edge. It's purple, and I just thought the purple and the lime green looked really pretty together. I added a sewing pattern lady, put a little circle behind her head to draw more attention to her head, and I added a fun little quote from a Nancy Drew magazine. "You're a real pal, Helen." I'm telling you, those old Nancy Drew mysteries, they have great quotes to cut out and use on junk journal ephemera. And on the back, I just backed this onto a manila file folder, and it's blank for journaling. Okay, so a variation on that same theme. This one is cut into a tag shape, and once again, I will punch a hole at some point and add some pretty lace or trim at the top. But this uses the same lime green damask wallpaper as the last one, and another wallpaper I picked up at that sale. It's a beautiful floral print, I'm guessing from the 1940s or early 1950s. I added some newer wallpaper that I picked up at my local Goodwill. It's not vintage, but it looks it. It's gold, it's textured, it's really fun. I just added that to the bottom as a horizontal line to contrast with the vertical of these two. Then I added this wonderful lady that I fussy cut out of an ad, and she is licking her pencil, and she is gonna write in her budget book, and the quote from the ad is, "I'm a gal on a balanced budget." And she is backed onto manila cardstock, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog whining in the background. It is just the evening of interruptions as I try to record a video with my needy beagle, like whining and slobbering in his water dish. Okay, another wallpaper tag with some of the same wallpaper. I added, I ripped a page out of a very, very old music textbook that I picked up at a flea market. So I added that, and then this scrap of paper here came from a very, very old ledger that I picked up at an estate sale probably a year and a half ago. And the writing is in Swedish. The estate sale was at the home of a Swedish couple who had emigrated to the US, and you can see the date is 1934. And then I just added a little triangle of my fabric washi tape to the bottom corner as just an extra element, and backed again onto the manila file folder. Okay, here's another ad from a vintage Better Homes and Gardens book. It's an ad for a wine. So I backed it onto a pretty purple paper, lightweight cardstock, the same as this one. Because I thought the burgundy or the purpley color of the cardstock, I imagined that the wine was probably that same color. So it just seemed like the right color for an ad for wine. And on the back are the pretty flowers. And this is, again, the paper pad that I got from Walmart. Okay. This one I used in my personal journal. It's a TV card a la Meg at Chasing Retro. So I thought it would be fun to do a TV card of an actual TV. So this is obviously an ad for a television. And I put it on this fun lime green paper. Oops, and I wrote on the back, so we don't need to look at that. Okay, just 2 more pieces of ephemera left to share. This I need to zoom out a little bit because this is a big one, a bigger one. So this is an oversized journaling card. Again, it's an ad for some very streamlined looking flatware. This was a 6-piece place setting for $35. Lasting spring. I don't know who the manufacturer was, but it seemed perfect for this. This very, very light blue, this baby blue backing paper, and it has, as you can see, polka dots. I added the corner punch because it just seems like the right thing for the end of the flatware. And I also added this pretty vintage lace trim that I got at my local Goodwill years ago. And on the back, this is again from the Walmart paper pad, and it's just such a pretty pattern on the back. It reminds me of a tablecloth. Okay, last piece of ephemera is this wonderful little journaling card. Again, another ad for flatware. This came from one of the vintage Better Homes and Gardens, a 1959 Better Homes and Gardens. I thought this tangerine colored paper would be so fun. I loved it, and it looked like, again, it looked like a tablecloth to me. I added this fun lace trim to enhance the sentiment of a tablecloth, and I like that you can flip it up to see the designs of each of the forks. They're so pretty. This is from the Walmart paper pad, and this is actually blank on the back. Who knew? So that's what I've been working on the past week or so. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment to let me know if there is a journaling card you like the best. I don't know if I have a favorite. I really like them. I like them all, and I can't wait to put them in some journals. That's it from me for now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.